Hello, I'm Matt Guff from House.com, and this is a 2019 Lib Tech TRS Total Ripper Series Firepower Construction Snowboard. It's for all mountain freestyle use for intermediate to advanced level high-end riders that want something that's a little more lightweight, a little bit smoother than your average board, but still has a good amount of pop and energy. This deck actually comes in two different constructions, a horsepower construction, and then this one, the firepower construction. This one has 45-degree basalt up on top and an additional balsa wood in the middle of the deck. That's pretty much about it in construction materials compared to the HP. The FP is going to be just a little bit more smooth. It's still pretty dang lively at the same time. It's a true twin board. The nose and the tail are the exact same shape. When you ride it this way, it's going to feel the same when you ride it that way. The stance is centered, the side cut radius is centered, and it does feature what's called an XC2 profile shape. It's a little bit more aggressive than the C2, not as aggressive as the C3 that you'll find from Lib Tech. One XC2 is a smaller section of rocker in between the feet, so it gives the board a little bit of a loose style feel, especially when it's tracking straight. Now, there's also camber, but the camber starts on the medial sides of the insert packs and then goes out to the raised up contact points. Those lengthened camber zones give the board a little bit more control while it's on an edge and just a little bit more snap and like a better feel directly under your foot when you're kind of driving it. But overall though, the XC2 is a good profile shape to have for a rider who's a little bit more extreme. It has control, it has precision, of course it has float. The TRS does have a feel and flex rating of about a 5, right in the middle, a little bit soft for what I thought it was going to ride like, but for the most part, it's really going to be a pliable deck in all conditions. Not too stiff, not too soft. But again, then there's that firepower construction that really sets it apart from other boards, especially in the terms of how lightweight it is. There's Aspen. The majority of the board is Aspen, but there's been beefed up Paulownia in between the insert packs and the rails, and then again that section of balsa wood that keeps it ultra lightweight in between your feet. But surprisingly enough, there's a very consistent style torsional flex throughout the board. There's biax fiberglass on bottom, which is of course smooth and consistent, triax on top, which gives the board a little bit more of a lively feel. But then there's also that 45-degree and negative 45-degree balsamic fibers that run pretty much the whole tip to tail on the board. It's going to feel good underfoot. It's going to be fast throughout the season because of that TNT base. Now, a lot of people say that TNT is sintered. A lot of people say that's extruded. Lib Tech says it's like right in the middle. It absorbs wax and stays faster than an extruded style base. That's definitely what I know. And then lastly is that 360 wrap standard. Actually, it's not a 360 wrap steel edge at all. It actually ends past the contact points. But there's that magnet traction style edge. Now, magnet traction is 7 serrations or 7 bumps down the edge, smaller ones on the nose and the tail for an easy into a carve, and then larger ones in between the feet for like a nice bite down when you're on really firm snow. The TRS, the Total Ripper series, is a deck that's been within the line for quite a long time, and for good reason. A lot of people seem to like it. It's a little bit more aggressive than a majority of the boards from the Lib Tech line, but it's still at a really good price point. So make sure to check this bad boy out at thehouse.com by selecting the link below in the description. Feel free to leave a comment or a question. Let me know what you think of this thing here. Subscribe to the channel there. Check out more vids there, and hopefully I'll see you guys on snow. Peace.